Hello everyone, this is Aurelia at Aurelia's Crafting Ideas. My idea today is to work on my dress form for the harvest season. The supplies that you will need are your dress form. You will need 6 rolls of harvest ribbon. I have 2 rolls of the decorative mesh. It is amber flocked. 2 rolls of the sage mesh, which is also flocked. I have 2 ribbons here. This is burlap with the gold trim, a brown grosgrain. You will need some muslin fabric, some harvest jewelry. The tools that you will need today are your scissors. You will need a measuring tape, your pencil, a ruler, finger protectors, your hot glue gun, extra glue sticks, and if you have a table turner, you will need one of these. It is a very helpful tool in this project. The first thing we want to do is go ahead and cut the muslin for our dress form. So you want to get a couple of measurements here. You want to get the measurement around the waist, which is going to be about 8 1/4, and then you also want to measure from the waist to the bottom length of your dress form. You can always shorten that, it's not a problem. Just make sure you have the full length. Mine is 9 inches. So we want to go ahead and cut out our muslin. I have this fabric that I was going to use as a lining for a tree skirt. So it is already shaped in a circle. Now, you just need to make sure you have the length on the muslin fabric that you need. So we need 9 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my fabric here. So I make sure I have 9 inches. Let me measure this. I make sure I have my full 8.5 inches around the waist. Let me use my measuring tape. This way I know it curves. It's a lot easier to use this one than just to use a straight ruler. So I have 10 inches right here. Now I am going to take this fabric here, fold it over, to where I have my last mark right there, and just line up my little dots. It's just like cutting a piece of fabric for your tree skirt. Okay, so I have that now, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut this up to the waist and then across. I'm going to cut straight across and then reshape it. Open this up. And then trim the waist out. See how the waist curves? Just like that. So here is my skirt. You fold it up just like that, and you got that curvy bell shape. See there? Now that we have our muslin cut, the lining for our dress form is what we're using this fabric for. Go ahead and wrap your lining around the dress form, match up the two ends there, and then pinch it on the back side on the waist. See there? So we have a good length on our lining. Now just turn your dress form to face away, and we can always trim this down. Now I want to go ahead and tack the muslin, so I'm going to turn that and then just wrap the other end around like that, and then take your glue gun. I have my glue gun set on low, so I'm going to just put a dab right there. You don't need much at all, and then cross your fabric and make sure that glue catches. Now you see how your lining is a little bit off there. What you want to do is go ahead and tack your lining all the way down from the waist to the floor. You just need a little bit here and there. So the one there. And then just press that down like that. Once your fabric is tacked down, go ahead and trim off that excess fabric. And then see how on the bottom it's uneven. Go ahead and trim, give your lining its shape back. Give it a bit of a torque there. We're good. Now, sometimes this does happen. It's a dress form. You have to work with her. So just undo the top glue there, and then give your lining a tug. Drag the skirt back down to the waist, and then go ahead and retack that material. Now, when this happens, it's not a problem. Take a dab of glue on the inside, just very little. You don't want to use too much on your dress form itself. And then catch your fabric where you want, just like that. See? Don't worry about that extra give. If it really bothers you, you can tack it down, but as long as it's holding here, you can do the same thing on the back side. Just put a tiniest bit of glue there and then tack that. So you now have a tack on the back side and on the front. There we go. The next thing we want to do is to trim our ribbons. And you remember we measured from the waist to the floor is 9 inches, like that. So I want to prep 3 rolls of the ribbon, and I want to cut them at 10 inches. I have all my ribbons cut to 10 inches now. Now, what I want to do next is go back to my dress form. The length of the dress you're using on your dress form all depends on you. I want to do a full length dress on mine. Now, I want to go ahead and trim the dress form lining just a little bit. That way when I place my ribbon, you don't see the fabric coming all the way down to the floor. So I'm going to trim back about, oh, let's see, 2 inches. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Once you have your lining trimmed back down, you can go ahead and start adding your ribbon. So take one of your ribbons and then bunch it up a little bit here. And then you just go ahead and start tacking. I'm going to start off on the side. I wanted to show you right quick. When you fold your ribbon, make sure that all your folds are going in the same directions. And then also, it's a lot easier if you do your fold now and then measure that back down to about 1 inch. And then go ahead and tack your ribbon here. It's a lot easier to do here than to have to do that on your dress form itself. See there? And then when you go to layer your ribbon here, make sure you put a dab of glue on each end of your ribbon. And then remember, use your finger protector. When you layer it, it all depends on how you want your ribbon to fall. I'm going to go back about halfway on the ribbon, so it's about leaving me about 1/4 of an inch. See there, like that. Anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. And this is what my dress will look like. See there? See how cute that is? All depends on the type of ribbon you're using. I like working with the Dollar Tree ribbon because it is much more flexible than, let's say, if you were using like a canvas ribbon. Those tend to be a lot stiffer. So see how that's going to fall? It looks really cute already. You can always create your assembly line, which is my preferred method. So remember, fold that back, tack it, smear a little glue in there, and then fold it up. Create your pile. Go to the next one, do the same thing, fold it again. Dab of glue. Just like that. And then this way you have all your ribbons are folded, and then you just need to pick it up, tack it, a bit of glue there, and then attach, and then hold that and make sure it catches. I'm just going to continue on adding my ribbon now. This is what my dress looks like now. Look at that. It is so cute. I like it. It is so formal. I love it. So right now I have used 2.5 rolls of ribbon. And I have my extra ribbons right here. I may need that in just a little bit. Because, you know, when you do your layering, sometimes you do get gaps when you turn your dress. And that's where this will come in. We're just going to take that extra ribbon and then you just tuck it underneath the top layer like this. And that catches any gaps you may have. I wish I could tell you everything is all planned out from here, but it's not. It doesn't matter how much you plan. So now what we want to do is go ahead and adjust the waist. This is why you need extra ribbon. It's always helpful to have extra ribbon. Now let me open this right quick. And I want to use some of this ribbon for the waist. It's going to go around like that, but I need to trim it back down, so I'm going to cut about this much. Let's see, this is about 18 inches. So my plan is to wrap and gather my ribbon. And now these ribbons do come with wire, so I'm going to take that wire out on both sides of the ribbon. Just pull the wire out like that. I'm going to take my ribbon here and find the center, and I'm going to tack this down. And my main goal when I wrap the ribbon around is not to get it all bunchy looking on the side here. What I will need to do is come at a like a V angle. So let me hold that and then tuck that ribbon out of my way and then glue that down. Hold that. And then let's see. See there? How cute is that? I like it. So pretty. So now that we have the waist all bunched together and secure, I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. All this excess that I don't need. Once you're satisfied with that, leave it alone. That waist gathering of all the ribbon here, that takes a moment. You have to fiddle with it. Well, now that I have her waistband adjusted to the way I like, and I'm happy with it now. Now, if you want this band to be your final layer, you'll need to make sure you don't have any folds in there at all. But I am layering mine, so I'm not too worried about that. My next step is to give my dress a length, and I'm going to go ahead and trim my gown back down just a bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take that 1 inch back off. I'm going to trim my gown back all the way down. So when I get my inch down, it's going to fall all the way down about there. And I'm going to use this as my template. I have my dress trimmed down to my satisfaction. I took the inch back off on the front, and on the back side it ended up taking a little bit longer because you'll remember we dipped the back side. Unless you know for sure the measurement you want to trim off, I would suggest you take just a little bit off at a time. And then, even though I knew I needed 1 inch off, I trimmed the front 1 inch off for sure. And then when I started working to the back, I had to take off just a little bit longer. But I like my dress. It is really, really cute. So now would be the time to check your skirt to see if you need to add any additional ribbon underneath. I like the way mine is falling, so I don't think I need any extras, but if you did, then yeah, definitely now's the time would be. Maybe I do need one right here. And then just take a bit of your extra ribbon here. Put some glue on there, and then just tuck that underneath there. Just lift that up. Tuck it under there. And then go ahead and trim that even. Once you have trimmed your ribbon back and tacked down anything you need to tack down, and added in the extra ribbon if you need to, because I did add some extra ribbon underneath there, because when you test your skirt sometimes the ribbons do part, and that's where that extra ribbon helps. And if you need to tack down some of these splits or the folds on your skirt, do that too now. Especially the front, you don't want the front to be bulky. See how you want that sleek flat look on the front. So this is where the glue gun comes in handy. Just tack those back down a little bit. Some of these ribbons will lay flat on their own. Once in a while you get a ribbon that, you know, wants to curl and bunch and all that. Just help it lay flat. That's all you need to do. So I'm happy with the way it is, my skirt is falling now. Such a beautiful gown. I like it. It's really, really pretty. Look at that. All the way around. It is looking really pretty. I like it. I have my decorative mesh here. So what I want to do with it is put a bow on my dress. So I have the amber flock one here. And if I bunch it around the waist here, and then give it a bow. Look at that. It is really pretty. Really, really pretty. Let me try the sage one now. I have the sage right here. I picked up both colors because I was undecided. And I still am. So let me try this one. Get the bow back here. Look at that. That is really pretty too. It's like it depends on what color I use. It gives the dress a totally different look. It is really pretty. Now I just need to decide which one I want to use. I mean, they both look really, really good. Imagine if I had a third color. I would just be confused. I have decided to use the Sage Decorative Mesh. I think this one will look really good. I mean, they both look really pretty, don't get me wrong. They're really, really cute. So find the center of your mesh. I am using one full roll, and I'm going to go ahead and bunch this. Go there. I'm going to grab my hot glue gun. Put some glue here. And put my mesh right over that. I want to keep that bunching look. Is that a word? I like the bunching effect. So, and then I'm keeping to my bunching look. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that all the way around like that, and then turn it. And then we want to tie that off. Okay. Oops. I need to accomplish this with just my two hands and arms. This is where that third arm comes in handy. Now let's see. Give it a bit of a tug. Check my band again and go ahead and pull. That looks good right there. Oh, let's see. Hold on. I think I might make it a little wider. There we go. Now, back to the back side. Now, I want to put a bow in here. Let me see. Just like that. Now I need to fiddle with my bow. Okay, I've got my bow in there. I just want to tighten my knot a little bit there. Now, I think that's a really good size right there. Let me just adjust it so I can get my bow going. Look at that, so cute. So cute. Now I want to hide this. So what I'm going to do is add some more hot glue to the hot glue spot. Okay. Now I want to drop my knot from my bow and make sure it catches down here. That way it hides that little, I don't know, that little patch or triangle sticking out. There we go. And then adjust my bow some more. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that. Okay, so I did not like the way my bow dropped when I glued it down. So what I did was I just went ahead and trimmed off the little V patch. So I like where my bow sits now. It's really pretty. And let me turn it back around. Look at that. Really cute. I need to, let's see. I need to shorten it a little some more. Okay, now I have this extra length on my mesh. What I want to do is leave a trail. This will look really, really pretty. So when we face her forward, she's going to have that trail. Just like that. Isn't it pretty? Look at that. Oh, sorry. Look at that. So I'm going to have the mesh coming back down and out to the front. Now I just need to trim about right here. Let me trim that. Get this out of the way so we can see. Let me move it down a bit more. So it's going to, when I set it up, my mesh is going to come back around just like this. And I can do that bunching effect again. Look at that. That is going to be very pretty. It's so cute. All right, let me move you back up. Now we need our jewelry. I have some little beads. They come like this. I bought them from the craft store. The craft store was having a clearance sale, so I bought a bunch of these. I was thinking that maybe brown would look really good. This is like a multicolored beading, so it'll look like that. And then I have the solid brown one here. That'll look really pretty too. And I have some gold ones. Oh, that's going to be cute. I have the good medium size here, and then I have a smaller size there. Oh, Really cute. And then my options. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Oh, goodness. And then I have this tan colored one. That one kind of gets lost in there, so we'll skip that one. I have these earrings that I bought. I found them at, I think it was one of the thrift stores. This one's really cute. It has two squirrels sitting on like a branch. See, can you tell? Gotta get closer. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So that would look really cute, wouldn't it? I have this one. I would have to shorten it to maybe about there, like that. I can give you an idea what it might look like. Look at this. You see the color on that one? That is really pretty. I found this pin at the flea market. Look at that. It's really pretty. I want to put that right here. And let me add this. Look at that, how adorable. And now for her necklace. This is what I decided to go with. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Look at that. So pretty. My dress form turned out really well. Well, she is definitely ready for harvest. Let me give you a close-up. So there's her jewelry. Isn't that pretty? I'm happy with the gold beading and the two squirrels on the branch. And then there's the leaf where her on her belts. And the length of her gown and the trail. So pretty. And then of course we have the bow on her back. Look at that. So cute. Just adorable. Here is my dress form. Isn't she pretty? Look at that. So pretty. I like it. Let me give her a twirl so you can see the bow on the back side. Just adorable. It's turned out really well. I'm really happy with the combination of the ribbon and the decorative mesh from the Dollar Tree. It's really, really pretty. I'm very happy with my dress form. I hope that I was able to inspire you today to go ahead and dress up your dress forms for the harvest season. Look at that. So beautiful. Thank you for stopping by. This is Aurelia at Aurelia's Crafting Ideas, and I will see you next time.